Yo, it's your boy Luap coming back at it again with another video. Today, we return into another episode in the Will X Trainer or Pokemon Return in Pokemon Journeys series. As you can tell by the title, in today's video we will discuss whether or not Gladion will return in Pokemon Journeys. I didn't choose this topic, it was in fact everyone who voted for it in the community poll that I ran. So if you played a part in the making of this video, I want to thank you, and if you want to influence the next video in this series, be on the lookout for the next poll. Gladion was not only Ash's main rival in the Sun and Moon series, but he was also the older brother of one of Ash's classmates, Lily. In this video, we will recap his history throughout the anime, make a potential storyline for him to return in Pokemon Journeys, and give the final verdict on whether or not I think he will return in Pokemon Journeys. But with that being said, let's start it off by recapping his story throughout the Pokemon anime. Gladion made his physical debut in Sun and Moon episode 27, A Glaring Rivalry. In this episode, he made quick work of the Team Skull grunts and would later inspire Ash to get a Rockium Z of his own. In episode 49, Mission Total Recall, his type Null would save his sister Lily and in turn help her get over her fear of Pokemon, which is something she'd been suffering from for a while. Gladion would make many appearances throughout the anime, even becoming a member of the Ultra Guardians. It was revealed in Sun and Moon episode 129, Battle Royale 151, that Gladion was part of the 151 contestants aiming to be the first champion of Alola. Gladion easily made it into the top 16 with the help of his Silvally. In the top 16 he faced his little sister Lily, and of course he was easily able to defeat her. Then in the top 8 he got another streak of luck facing against James. James battled hard with his Mareanie, but ultimately Lycanroc took the upper hand and won with a Continental Crush. In the top 4, Gladion would face a much harder opponent, that being Kiawe, and after an amazing back and forth battle from both trainers, it was Gladion who won and ended up in the finals. This is where he faced Ash and sadly came up short, losing the Lycanroc mirror match in the finals and ending his league run as the Alola League's first ever runner-up. At the series end, Gladion and Lily both embarked on a mission to go find their last father, Moan. And in Pokemon Journeys episode 37, That New Old Gang of Mine, it was revealed in a flashback that they were both still on the mission. So technically Gladion has already been referenced in Pokemon Journeys, but I'm not going to count it as a return because it was just a flashback. Now instead, let's give Gladion a proper re-entry into the Pokemon anime by giving my thoughts on how Gladion could come back. So the story begins sometime where Ash isn't actively participating in any World Coronation Series battles that we know of. Ash and Go are in the Cerise Lab when they see an announcement that the second annual Battle Royale in Alola is taking place and this time anyone is free to join. The winner will have a chance to battle the Master Royale in an exhibition match. After hearing the news, Go asks Ash, "Weren't you the one who won the first one?" To which Ash says yeah. Go excitedly wants to go and take a look at the tournament himself, and Ash wants to go and hopefully challenge the winner. Upon arriving there, we see many familiar faces, and because Go is Ash's friend, they allow him to enter the Battle Royale as a special guest. Surprising to no one, we see Go, Kiawe, Gladion, and other familiar faces make their way into the top 16. The top 16 plays out kind of normally with the more serious trainers winning, and then in the top 8 the battles are intense, but ultimately we're left with our top 4. Go versus Kiawe, and Lana versus Gladion. Go and Kiawe have a meaningful talk reminiscing of their past interaction, but Kiawe is ultimately the winner because he has a Z move and Go does not. Gladion wins against Lana and it was a good battle, but he still managed to win 2-0. The final is Kiawe versus Gladion, and in it, Kiawe just barely wins this time as Gladion missed the memory drive throw when he threw it at Silvally. This of course hurts Gladion as he was the runner-up in back-to-back tournaments, but he vowed to make sure that he wouldn't make the same mistake next year. Of course, the tournament ends with Kiawe and Ash battling, and they have an intense match where Ash ultimately wins. I decided to go this route of my story because the Monarch kind of is like the more likely option, so I thought I'd give it a spicy twist. That's my wish list for Gladion's return story, but I want to hear your Gladion return story too. Also let me know what you thought about mine. Now that we've discussed how he could return, let's discuss which Pokemon he has and how that could tie into Gladion's return into Pokemon Journeys. Gladion, unlike most of Ash's rivals in the past, doesn't actually have a full roster of Pokemon. In fact, he only owns 4 Pokemon, those being Umbreon, Lycanroc, Silvally, and Zoroark. According to the super official Luap decks detailing all Pokemon that have made an appearance in Pokemon Journeys, half of his team have yet to appear, those being Silvally and Zoroark, 2 important Pokemon of his. In fact, his Silvally is the only to appear in the anime, so there wouldn't be a better character to have brought it back. His Lycanroc form is also pretty unique, that being the Midnight form, so I don't think anyone else could be better off in the anime to show it. The thing about Gladion is that he has 4 really good unique Pokemon that he would basically be the best of each Pokemon to show off in the anime. He also has them all in different balls, which is really cool. Maybe it won't be the Pokemon that he's used to show off, but rather the ball in it. This also would be an amazing opportunity for Go to see these balls and maybe influence him to use other balls in the future to catch Pokemon. So let's face it, within the Pokemon community, Sun and Moon is such a divisive series. On one hand, we have the XY stands who hate the route that the animation went right after their beloved series. On the other hand, we have a good chunk of people who genuinely love the series and it is their favorite. And then there's me, who has no real care about the series, but I don't hate it, let's not get it twisted. Gladion was the main rival of the Sun and Moon series, and Journey should do a better job at showing off past characters for that reason alone. I think Gladion will have to return. The way that he ended off the show of going on his own Pokemon journeys to go find his father is such a huge plot hole. I mean, sure, Pokemon has left us with many plot holes in the past, but this one features two very important characters. As for Gladion's voice actor, well, his name is Nobuko Okamoto. Nobuko's only Pokemon appearance was actually just to voice Gladion, which is actually pretty crazy. Well, he did voice Brendan in the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire animated trailer, but that hardly counts. Another of his notable roles is playing Bakugo from My Hero Academia, which is actually pretty insane because I love that character. He's still active to this day and in many popular shows, which at least confirms that he hasn't retired. Finally, like I said earlier, Gladion has pretty unique Pokemon that I can only picture him bringing back into the spotlight. He also doesn't only have Alolan Pokemon, so he could have caught a number of Pokemon off screen and showed them off too, perhaps finally participating in a full 6-on-6 battle. Those are some reasons supporting his return. Now let's discuss some reasons why I think that he won't return. What do you mean to tell me the flashback we got in Journey's episode 37 will be the only thing we get of Gladion? Well, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Much like Tracy, Sillin, and even Paul, I wouldn't be surprised if this is all we got of Gladion. It would be like Pokemon sitting on the chair and thinking, okay, what else do we need to show in Pokemon Journeys? Gladion and Lily? Okay, check that off the checklist. And while I'm only joking, I'm only really half joking. It would not surprise me in the least if that's all we got from him in Journeys, and he's never mentioned again. I mean, look at when Ash and Go returned to Alola that second time, there was no mention of the Alola gang. Another huge part is Gladion's voice actor, Nobuhiko Okamoto. Although he's still very active and in the voice acting game, it plays two sides of a coin situation where he's extremely busy and popular. He's playing so many major roles that he must constantly be busy, and I don't personally see him coming back to play a role like Gladion anytime soon. And finally, maybe we won't ever see Gladion come back for the Monarch, but hey, he's still a pretty good trainer, right? While I do agree with you, I don't see Gladion being so strong that he'd be in the upper end of the Ultra class near the Masters 8 personally. But hey, maybe I'm wrong, I don't really know, it's just my guess. So yeah, those are my reasons supporting and going against Gladion's return into the Pokemon Journeys anime. On one hand, the Monarch would be a nice couple of episode saga that we could get that would seamlessly bring him back into the show, but on the other hand, Pokemon and plot holes go together like peanut butter and jelly. What do you think about this one? Do you think Gladion will or won't return in Pokemon Journeys? To give my final honest verdict, I strongly believe that we won't get an appearance by him, but perhaps another brief mention of the Edgelord. This is my 10th entry of the Will X Trainer or Pokemon Return in Pokemon Journey series, so if you want to see other episodes in it, feel free to click the playlist link in the description or in the pinned comment. If you want to tell me who I should cover next, then please wait for the community poll. They're always your time to go and choose your favorite character of the bunch. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. As always, it's been your boy Luap, and I'm out. Peace.